I want to talk about a very cool and very unique fundraising strategy of Foundups. Something unique to us. Doesn't exist anywhere else. We're the only folks who have it. Now, it is built on an idea and on a system that's raised over $1.6 billion for one company. That company is National Community Development Service out of Buckhead, Atlanta. Their domain is ncdsinc.net. ncdsinc.net. Now, Tom and Howard are old bosses of mine, and they use a strategic initiative to raise funds for nonprofits. So, I'm thinking, why can't we use a strategic initiative to raise funds for Foundups, right? That is outside the SEC, that is outside everything else, right? And use contributions. So this is how it works. It's really simple, all right? So let's say there's this company called Foundups Corp. And Foundups Corp is releasing a free crowdfunding mobile platform that's going to basically disrupt crowdfunding. So if you're Kickstarter, if you're Grow VC, if you're ProFounder, Indiegogo, you name it, there's tons of these guys all fighting in this red ocean for this, you know, for everyone's crowdfunding, right? So here comes Foundups and says, hey, we're like Wikipedia, and you're like Encarta. We're doing ours for free. So the impact is it's going to disrupt you, right? I don't know how much. It could disrupt you as much as 100%, which means you're out of business. Or maybe 50% is your extinction line. I don't know. My goal isn't to put you out of business. My goal is to make crowdfunding free. Just like Jimmy Wales' job is to make the encyclopedia free from Britannica and Encarta and everyone else. So here is an option for you, all right? Now, you can hedge your losses with a contribution. So you could do the math. You say, well, I think a free crowdfunding platform is going to impact me by X percent. X percent equals this amount of money per year. Okay, so what we allow folks, what Foundups allow folks, because remember, a Foundup is a strategic initiative to become a startup. We define a startup the moment we do our private placement. A private placement equals you are now officially a startup. A Foundup becomes a startup at the private placement. The private placement is an institution investment round. It's the final round. So we first have what's known as a micro seed round, which we've just completed. We raised over $50,000. We then have a seed round, which our goal will be to raise around $800,000 through a specific structure, and that's focused to seed investors, like they're accredited investors, right? Organizations and stuff that can put in some real funds. Minimum investment will be like $10,000, right? And then we have our private placement. Whilst we do our seed round, we also offer this hedge, what we call a strategic initiative round, and it works like this. You can contribute. It's not an investment because there's no guarantee we're going to do a private placement. So it's a contribution, right? 0.1% of your gross revenue. So let's say you are a $10 million company. That would be $10,000. If you're a $100 million company, it would be what? $100,000. Now, we take that contribution and we treat it when the private placement happens at times 10 in Foundup dollars. So if you make a $10,000 contribution at the private placement, it's going to be worth $100,000. Now, there's no guarantee we'll do a private placement. My goal is to do a private placement like next year. We're launching our mobile apps this year in the next 60 to 90 days. I'm trying to be super conservative, maybe a lot sooner than that, heck of a lot sooner than that. But but by offering this hedge to those that we're going to disrupt, it's saying, hey, instead of losing completely, buy in at a very low contribution, hedge against that potential loss. If not, it's $10,000. And not only that, if a Foundup doesn't do its private placement, guess what? You can take that hedge and apply it at times 2 Foundup dollars at any, or maybe we'll make it, I haven't said, maybe just at 1-to-1, at any other private placement that's happening. So maybe I'll take away times 2. I don't know, why am I doing times 2? Times 10 for your primary it take your as a Foundup dollar 1-to-1 match for any launching Foundup. Understand, we get equity in a Foundup, so we're allowing you to spend that equity as long as it's there. If it's gone, right? So it's first come, first serve. So there's no Ponzi here. Oh, it sounds like a Ponzi. No, we have a certain amount of equity that Foundups has that's available. Oh, I'm going to spend that Foundup dollars. Good, it's gone. I'm sorry, that's gone. Right? Make sense? So the strategic capital initiative, or the strategic campaign that we're doing, is a super cool way to hedge against disruption, right? Not only that, let's say you're our best friend. You know, I want to partner with, I'm going to put it out there, I'd love to partner, I'd love to see, you know, CapLinked or a host of other folks becomes strategic contributors to what we're doing. Call them a strategic contributor. They contribute 0.1% of their gross revenue, and then when we do our private placement, you have a special invitation seat. Only these guys, and the only way access is during this, what we call our seed round, that this happens. Our seed round is when this happens. So when we're doing our seed round, we're also doing this. So if I can't talk to you because you don't, I can't do a public offering and other crap, right? I don't know you, all right? I can't, you know, say, hey, we're doing this, right? However, I can say, hey, we're doing this, because it is a contribution. It is not an investment. There's no guarantees, right? So if you want to make a 0.1% of your net revenue, so whatever your net revenue, so if you your not your net net worth, your net worth. So if your net worth is $10 million, you can make a $10,000 contribution, right? You can write off your marketing expense. We'll put some advertising up for you, all right? To Foundups Corp, that then if we do our private placement, it will be treated in Foundup dollars, and you can buy in at whatever the private placement, whether it's $2, $3, $5 a share, whatever the private placement is going to go for. Again, this is institution, you know, we've got validation, we have customers, we got people biting at our heels saying, hey, Michael, this, you know, this big hedge fund or this, when are you opening up? I want to buy some Foundup. Thanks. Hope that was enjoyable. You'll notice I'm doing talks now more in front of my computer instead of my car, because I have gotten some complaints. So I hope you appreciate this.